Hey, what's going on, everyone? And welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And with this one right here, we are talking Peacemaker on HBO Max, episode 6, titled Mern After Reading. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Just to let you know, this recap right here is going to be a spoiler-filled recap. I'm going to spoil this up, down, left, right, in, and out as if you've already seen it. So you have been warned. And with this one right here, episode 6, titled Burn After Reading, I'm assuming that's like Burn After Reading. That was a movie that was in theaters a number of years ago. It may not have anything to do with that, but if you think it does, please let me know down in the comment section below. But we know that is Mern, one of the main characters right now, who is my favorite character in this show right now. I really do like his presence. I do want to look him up just to see what other projects he's been doing. Chuck Woody Iwuji is his name, Clemson Mern. And like I said, he is my favorite character. But let's go ahead and jump into this episode. I really did like this a lot more than episode 5. That one really disappointed me. Well, it really just disappointed me, but I just didn't like it as much as the others. One being is I've always thought the comedy in these Peacemaker shows has been phenomenal, especially from John Cena, who's playing Chris Peacemaker. I think this is the perfect role for him. But the last episode, I just kind of thought the comedy between him and the character Vigilante Adrian were just kind of way over the top too much. I mean, in the previous episode, episode 4, they just went through all these tough times, trials, vigilantes coming out of jail, like, hey, I didn't kill the white dragon, Chris's father. I let him live, but I think I made things worse. And it seemed like they matured in their character. But then the next episode, they're just throwing all these jokes around, not taking the situation serious of these aliens invading the country or invading the world. And that was just kind of like a turnoff for me. Now, in this episode, episode 6, we get a complete transition, a complete 180 from Chris's character, Peacemaker, John Cena. I loved it. When Goth was in the jar tapping on the glass, he was getting really frustrated with, not Peacemaker, he was getting really frustrated with Vigilante, like, dude, this is yes or no questions. Can you please shut the fuck up? Why do we need to know what color teal is? Like like he's like, this is stupid. Like, and he's listing movies, and he's like, why are you listing random movies? And Vigilante's like, because it may be because of a movie we want to watch later. I'm just like, man, like, seriously, like, Vigilante, chill out. All the comedy and your silliness and craziness was funny in the first 3 episodes or the first 4. But now the thread is just like all over the place, coming through like butterflies, going up butts and orifices. I mean, just kind of dial back on the jokes just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of frustrating. I don't mind your character still being goofy because that's just kind of how you are. The way that Goth got loose, you was trying to pretend like you was being drunk up there on the tree branch, and then it fell down and you broke the glass. And I can accept that, but the jokes right now, I just think they should dial it back a little bit. And they did for Peacemaker for Chris, and I really did appreciate that with this episode, but not really with Vigilante. But the name of this episode, and that was a really long-winded, sorry guys. The name of this episode is Mern After Reading, like I just said. And one of the things at the very beginning that I really like is this dialogue between Mern and what is her name again? I always forget her name. Adebayo, Leota Adebayo. I really like that. She was, we find out at the end of the episode of last episode that Mern is a butterfly, and she has the X-ray goggles, the X-ray helmet from Peacemaker on, and she figures out that he's a butterfly. As soon as she identifies him, he screeches at her and starts chasing her, like he's going to attack. But then at the very beginning of this episode, he's like, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just like, well, why was you screeching then? You know what I'm saying? You should have just said that the first time when she saw you. You can be like, hey, okay, you see me? I'm not going to hurt you. Yes, I'm an alien. He's in my brain. But you're going to be like, ah. Like, that didn't really make sense, that continuity right there. And I'm just like, wow, is what a hardcore? Is she a butterfly too? And no, she's not, but she just knows what the deal is. And I will react like Leota too, out of bio, just like, oh my God, this is getting goofy. And I was laughing when she was like, hey, what is the name? And he's like, the vagina. Like, well, unlike humans, we don't name our genitalia. And that was just quite funny to me. I did like that right there. That was kind of funny. Just that back and forth. But she checked him and was like, hey, you took over somebody's body. You killed somebody. And he yelled and screamed like, but because I had to stop them. I had to stop Goth. They're trying to take over the world. I didn't have a choice. And he's like, I picked the worst of them. And, he was like, this dude is evil. He's a murderer. And the passion and the acting really came out right there. I really did like that. So this was a great start to the episode. And I already talked about some of the other stuff that I like later on as well. We also kind of get brief flashbacks of, and that's Mern. But we also got those brief flashbacks of Chris killing his brother on accident. That's very unfortunate right there. The comedy in the classroom, that did work for me. That little boy just like, hey, I see right through you and I think you're a loser. So that was, kind of funny. And again, I really feel sorry for Chris right now. What do y'all tell me also? What do y'all think about this administrator right here or the principal? I think he's kind of funny. I like him, and I always love that banter between Sophie and the white dragon right here. And she's like, "Oh, he's like, it sounds like Chiggy Ching Chong chopstick." She's like, "Oh, I think your translator messed up because what you said is like a donkey took a seat on your head and took a shit or something like that." And that is exactly how his hair looks. And so I was just kind of funny. That was just kind of funny right there, but the other guys like Sia wouldn't want to be ya. And she's just looking at him like, kind of like, what the hell? So I'm liking all that right there, guys. That's quite funny to me. And for a while, I didn't know what side this cop was really on. I'm like, okay, is he evil? But then he's working with Mern. But then we find out Mern is a butterfly. But then that's not necessarily a bad thing. But then later on, he executes those cops outside in the field. That's messed up. Now, would Mern do that? Because at the time, he wasn't a butterfly. So if he was a butterfly at that time, it would make sense. But that's just really disturbing, as Chris pointed out. So, but he's a butterfly now, as we saw at the end of the episode. But here's Goth getting that gooey goo. And Kia is like, hey, baby, I miss you. Where you at? And so I really feel sorry for Chris. And, like I said, Vigilante was getting on my nerve. But I really like how one of the things I'm really liking is how they're going back to this original set from the Suicide Squad movie and they're trying to infiltrate Chris. And I got to give it to James Gunn. He doesn't have to do this, but his writing and comedic timing is funny. Just these two, I mean, her face is just priceless. She's silly and goofy, but she's doing a great job of kind of playing more of a serious role as well. And I like it. I mean, look at her face. He's raising up the megaphone. I don't know. That's just kind of funny to me. I was laughing pretty hard at that. So I got to give it to James Gunn right there. I was kind of confused why he had to pick up Eagly and throw him out of the window. I'm like, it's a bird. Can't you just call him and he fly up there? But maybe I don't know anything about eagles. You guys can respectfully let me know down in the comment section below. I would really, really appreciate that. And this guy seems like he has a ghost or seen a ghost. Now, he's finding the diary that Amanda Waller gave to her daughter, Adebayo, Leota. And did y'all see how many details was in that diary? I mean, my goodness gracious. And there were so many twists and turns in this episode. I am just dying to know what would have happened if the diary was not planted. Like, what plan did Amanda Waller have up her sleeve if it didn't work? Because there's just so many, because she don't even know about the butterflies. So, why? Well, no, does she know about the butterflies or she doesn't know Mern? I forgot that quick. I'm tripping. Y'all gonna have to help me out. Wait a minute. She does not know about the butterflies. I'm having a serious brain fart right now about what the original mission was. It'll come back to me though. But this is gross right here. When the butterflies go in their throat and their mouth like this is horrible. Yeah, they're really stretching the rated R thing right here. Eagly though, coming through like a ninja bird when there was running. Look at Eagly soaring in the sky. That was dope. He was protecting the hell out of them, running down, attacking them. And then this is the crazy cop right here. I gotta say, I ain't never seen a more loyal pet before in my life. Well, actually I have, but I ain't never seen anybody do something that badass right there. But I got to give it to Eagly. That was pretty dope right there. I loved all that. I did. Also, just look at the colors, guys. I love the contrast. I love the palette right here, the cinematography, the green background with the red and the blue. I just like that. That is just something that I really noticed. If that kind of thing impresses you, let me know in the comment section. And also, guys, this is kind of weird to me because Morn is a butterfly, but you would not know it unless he told you or you have X-ray goggles on. But he seems like a human. But she is not fulfilling the role all the way. She's just like, oh, I have to learn how to smile again. She's reading alien language. Her whole body language has just changed dramatically. I'm like, why are you not as smooth with this Mern? Now, I'm possibly thinking that's because she just became a butterfly and he has been a while. So, he has it down and, practicing and all that stuff. But that was something that kind of was weird to me. And so y'all let me know if you kind of agree or disagree. But here's the alien language that she just pulling up. This is what she was calling all the butterflies, like, hey, come meet me on the hill at midnight. It's going down. We finna infiltrate this police station and get these bodies. And look at her. She was like, oh, we gotta learn how to smile again. And it's just weird. But I may have given a good explanation as to why that's not going, it's not really matching. And I also kind of feel that this is stupid. Like, they were saying, hey, we killed the cow. They're having this conversation. It's like, hey, if we kill the cow, we cut off their food supply and we'll kill the butterflies. Chris, like, how do you know that? Why don't you just tell them? Like, why are y'all hiding secrets? This is just stupid. Just let them know what the deal. Like, why? I mean, Adebayo, she knows. Leota, she knows. So why can't Chris know? Everybody else knows. I mean, it's an alien invasion. You're screaming at other people, hey, I had no choice. I had to stop them. That's what Maren was yelling at Adebayo. Gosh, Adebayo. Her first name, I mean, y'all gonna down. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart and I cannot pronounce her name the right way. Lay I literally seriously have a mental block. I'm gonna scroll all the way up here. Leota Adebayo. Guys, I'm so sorry. But Mern was yelling at her at the very beginning of this, saying, hey, I had no choice. We have to stop them. So if the threat is that large, why don't you want to have everybody on the same page? I really don't understand that. That doesn't really make sense to me. And if Chris wants to be like, man, F y'all, I'm out, over the mission fails, I don't blame him because y'all don't want to communicate. So that really doesn't make sense to me right there. All right, but y'all let me know if you disagree or not. And here comes the alien invasion. She just bored. And this is kind of cool. I like this whole sequence right here. It looks pretty nice. We finally figure out what they're. He got his shower, and he was gonna get some service. So I kind of like the montage that we got there of him getting his shower, him getting some service, and them infiltrating the police station. That is gross, but I had to make sure I got a shot of that. And this is just kind of badass. I like it. I like the music. You see how they transition from here to here. Everybody's mounting up. It's going down. We only got a few more episodes left, and we're about to have a war on our hand. And yeah, that's kind of weird. She got the little hoodie on. But here we go, the white dragon, and everybody getting suited and booted, and they are taking over the place. And the thing I'm thinking about, all these people are dead now. All these cops. Yeah, he's a butterfly now. He put the diary in his bed, but all these cops, all these prisoners are dead now because I don't think there's any coming back once you get your body snatched. So are all these people dead? I mean, that's horrible if they are. How they gonna come back? I mean, so I'm thinking all these people are dead now. They're either forever aliens or there's just no coming back. And so I'm really eager to see how this is going to play out right here with the white dragon costume. And so, and we do y'all think that they're going to have sex hardcore and Peacemaker? Oh, that's Leota. But hardcore and Peacemaker, do y'all think they're going to get it on? Because she's coming around now. And she's like, hey, I don't really think you're an asshole anymore. You're a pretty nice guy. And he's playing the piano. He has some skill. But guys, the episode ends with the butterflies revealing that Chris Peacemaker has the diary and he's a terrorist, and that's just not good. And we're gonna see. So Amanda Waller's plan is going into fruition, and he's like, "Oh, what the hell is going on?" So I really like this episode, guys. I really did. Other than the things I complained about, like not telling Chris about the butterflies. Also, I want to know if all of those people are dead now that have been taken over by butterflies. And I may have answered my question as far as Sophie is concerned, but you know, we're in episode 6 right now, and this is a solid show. And so you guys let me know what you think down below as well. I'm really eager to hear all of your thoughts. But guys, that is just my opinion, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy the video, please subscribe to my channel. And you can subscribe because you're going to get movie reviews. I just posted my Jackass Forever movie review. You're going to get spoiler reviews of my weekly movie news roundup show every Sunday, 6:30 p.m. CST. Of course, right here, I'm talking Peacemaker, Power Book 2, Go Season 2, and also Euphoria. And I got a couple of trailer reactions for you as well. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace out, and I'll see you next time.